what the ball players call a high sky today, not a cloud in the sky. That's a base hit by Holtzman. Down the left field line, he has a chance for two. Holtzman, who didn't come to bat once this year, is in the second base with a double.
It might be the time to tell you about an incident at Dodger Stadium this year. The Dodgers and the Giants. The Giants had a young pitcher, John Montefusco, who had just come up from the minor leagues. He had pitched for 2 minor league teams that used the designated hitter, so Montefusco had not swung the bat all year. And in his first at-bat in the big leagues, he hit a home run against the Dodgers here.
You doubt that Robinson has a scouting report on Moore, don't you?
Has trouble with the thrown ball.
And it's hit in the air to center field, and Butler races back, and it's over his head. Henderson comes in to score. Weiss is being waved in. He scores on the first hit by an American League pitcher since 1979 in a World Series game. On an 0-2 pitch that Butler had a lot of trouble gauging.
Seeing the last part of this play. Butler was frozen when Moore hit the ball, and consequently the ball goes over his head. I'll tell you what, he should be really wringing his hands in disgust because of 2 things. Number one, Butler not catching. It also made a horrendous pitch up in Moore's eyes.
With a count 0-2.
Exactly. Dave Parker saying, hey, he did it as well as I can.
Yeah. He did not have a good jump on the ball, and that's why Moore is on second instead of the Giants batting right now.
Again, you can blame it a little bit on the weather. I'm not trying to make excuses, but this is so calm. The ball is carrying a lot better than it normally does here.
Outman just an inning and 2/3, 1 run, 2 hits with 1 walk, his line. And into left field, the pitcher, Edgar Gonzalez, singles with 2 outs.
That is a classic example of a pitcher speeding up a guy's bat. I don't think Gonzalez can really hit a good fastball. Look at that's a changeup, and look at how his bat is way out in front. He's speeding up his bat. He will not be able to catch up to a Wade LeBlanc fastball, but because it's a softer pitch, it enables his bat to catch up out in front, and that's how he singles to left field.
In other words, don't help him out.
Exactly. Now, it doesn't mean that the changeup's a bad pitch. It's just a bad location also.
3-3 game, Margras. We go to the top of the 5th.
Believe it.
Pitcher Edgar Gonzalez leading off. He strokes it into right.
Throw him out of first.
Throw to first.
Oh, come on.
Adrian wasn't on the base. And he was going to beat it anyway, it looked like.
Oh, I saw that one developing, and I was thinking, oh, man.
Edgar Gonzalez trying to throw out the other Edgar Gonzalez. Hey, this guy's 2 for 2 now.
Sharply hit the opposite way. Edgar comes up throwing, but Adrian not on the bag. And right about there, he's thinking, I got to go. I'm going to get thrown out.
The other Edgar. No kiddingly barking at him there from right field.
It's like that classic Rickey Henderson story, speaking of the A's. When he was traded to the Mets, and he said, you know, he saw John Olerud, who was the first baseman of the Blue Jays, and he was wearing a helmet while he played first base. And he goes, you know, I used to play with a guy who wore a helmet at first base.
In Toronto, yeah.
In Toronto.
Yeah, it was me.
Little flare, and Malone's going to drop a base hit in. And this will bring in another run. And it's now 6-0 A's. Even the A's pitcher gets into the act. The swinging A's living up to their nickname tonight. Man, how many big innings has this club given up this year?
5 hits now against the Brewers with runners in scoring position in this inning alone. They're putting the bat on the baseball. They've struck out 3 times.
Been able to put the bat on the ball in this inning pretty well.
That's Malone's 3rd career hit.
Fair down the first base line, bangs off the side wall, and Sonny Gray says, I'm going to stick it right here at first base. I'm not going anywhere.
First major league hit.
Center fielder number 1, Billy Burns.
But I was just going to say, sometimes it's best not to get on base because it takes a little bit out of you. But Sonny Gray in that different category that swing hard, look to the left, and the ball goes to the right, and found out where it landed, hit the sidewall, came back to Puig. Sonny Gray happy with a single to lead off the 8th inning. You have to figure that Chapman's going to get the green light to go.
Up the middle, and that's going to get through for a hit. Here comes Chapman. Here comes Taylor's throw offline to the backstop. Everybody moves up, and Daniel Migden comes through. It's 4-1.
And look at how happy the pitchers are. And there's no reason in the world for Taylor to throw the ball like he did. And let's go back to the play that Utley did not make for the out. And here's your base hit up the middle. Chapman, look at the lead he gets off second. There's no way he's going to be thrown out the plate. And Taylor airmails one to home plate with no chance whatsoever. And Taylor charging, thinking he had a chance because he was playing shallow, but he also has to realize Matt Chapman has tremendous speed. He's getting such a big lead off second base. So all this does is advance 2 runners. And the pitchers, the starters, extremely happy as always. Look, there's what you're talking about right there. There's a pitcher helping himself.